This weekend, the Trackmania Grand League World Cup will take place. One of the 16 players who has qualified to that event is Massa from Germany. In fact, he is the only hope for the German nation in this event. Massa, welcome back to the channel. How is life? How are you doing at the moment?
First of all, hello, Mr. Eric Holder.
Hello.
I don't know, life's pretty good, man. I like that Trackmania is popping off a little bit more lately, and a lot of new stuff to Trackmania that is a lot of fun as well. And yeah, I'm hyped for this weekend.
Hmm.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's Thursday, and on Saturday we kick it all off. It's the return of the World Championship. You were pretty close to reaching the grand final last time we had a World Cup. So, how does it feel to finally have it back? Do you actually feel something different now that you have a World Cup coming back?
Dude, I am so happy that uh like professional high tier tournament where like all the big boys are playing. So like everyone is playing, everyone is hopefully tryharding and it's gonna give their best. Because for me personally, like I haven't had such an event in a long time. Sure, there is TMGL and it's huge and whatever, but it's a different format, different sort of atmosphere and kind of play style and everything. And I think that the World Cup, just in the name itself, is really, really big. And yeah, it's like you said, right? It's been 3 years, right?
Mm.
Been 3 years almost. So yeah, it's about time, and we will see if the outcome will be, kind of the same or not as TMGL.
You were one of the 8 players who qualified from Trackmania Grand League because you collected the most amount of points compared, or the 2 seasons compared, or added together. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, what have you followed since that? Because then you didn't need to play the open qualifier. You didn't need to sort of train to secure yourself a spot there. But did you follow that open qualifier?
I actually did follow the open qualifier, but only the official cast a little bit, and I did watch the last 4 matches. I
Hmm.
didn't watch the matches before, to be fair, only like, here and there to see how our new cast is doing Medic with Virtue together. And I have to say that the level was kind of meh
Hmm.
compared to what is now, like times wise and stuff. So I don't know if people step it up now or if people were just not 100% ready there, but I have to say the level wasn't that impressive,
Hmm.
like at all.
But
Pretty sure.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
What have you done then since the Trackmania Grand League, since the last time we saw you? Because there some players bring up that maybe it's too long of a break because it's still the same map, so you struggle to find motivation to even train the maps. But what have you done since the last time the Trackmania Grand League community and fans saw you?
Not really a lot. A lot of real stuff, real life stuff, sorting out. And I have been playing a lot on stream, so like cup of a day and stuff like that. Matchmaking was a lot. Like matchmaking was a blast, to be fair. Uh, but it's kind of dying out now that there's Royal. But it will come back. It will
Mm,
come back. And I've just enjoyed my time in Trackmania, and I made sure that I keep on playing. And I also played the World Cup maps, obviously,
mm,
here and there. Not daily, but just throw them in a stream here and there,
mm.
and just chilled a little bit because you cannot play for months straight, especially the same maps. The problem is it's only the maps. To be fair, I could play every day, all day Trackmania if it's needed. Would be not so good for the sanity, but hey, uh, as long as the maps are
Yeah.
fresh and motivating. But that is definitely not the case anymore. It's too draining. It's
Mm.
just I need new maps. Like I need new maps.
Yeah. Yeah, because for people that don't know, there are gonna be reused maps from the 2 previous Trackmania Grand League seasons, and then 2 new maps, at
Yeah.
least as far as I know. But do you think that that favors any players, that maybe that there aren't a new map pack that you have to learn, or is it still
Uh,
equal fight for basically everyone?
I think it's more of there are some, I don't know, pros and cons for some players. Like I would say for someone like Pack, he's not really known for being the biggest grinder, I
Mm.
would say. He did grind and did put in the effort in the Grand League, that's for sure. But I wouldn't say that Pack is playing a lot, between the seasons or between the big events. So I think for someone like Pack, I think he would appreciate it, or he does appreciate it. I don't know if you already interviewed him,
Mm.
but I don't think he's that much against the maps. However, I only see him, to be honest. I see
Yeah.
the rest. I think everyone wants new maps. It's just, I don't know. It's Trackmania. Like it's all about the maps,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's what differs us from other games. We
yeah.
have
Yeah.
different maps every tournament.
Mm. Yeah, that was
I do
yeah.
get the reuse, but yeah, it's demotivating,
Hmm.
and I think it's the same for everyone.
Hmm.
Same for everyone.
Yeah, you're pretty spot on with the pack because he also brought up that he has less time now, so maybe that the reuse of the maps is actually going to suit him because then they don't have to use a new map pack. But I also spoke with Spam. It's basically that you guys have been so used to, example, ESWC Games Assembly. You know that okay, 3 weeks before it's going to be 5 new maps. It's going to be a lot of hype once they are
Yeah,
released. I'm
yeah.
gonna grind for 3 weeks, and you know that you already have prepared that. Okay, those 3 weeks I'm gonna grind, and then it's over basically. So it's sort of you have to reinstall your mental state for a Trackmania competitions, or am I taking it too far?
I think you're taking it too far because I think it's not Dio's fault. I honestly think it's not Dio's fault.
Hmm.
Like, their game is all about the maps,
Yeah.
right? They're literally using community maps every day. They
Hmm.
choose community maps for cup of a day. They choose community maps now for Royal.
Hmm.
They're all about the maps, right? They're like the big thing is the maps.
Yeah.
So why would you reuse maps from previous seasons?
Hmm.
Like everyone who's like joining the training sessions, or like everyone is just like, wait, this map was already played. Wait, isn't it boring? Like all the casuals, they're already like, what are you guys doing? So I
Hmm.
hope they're gonna learn out of it because I don't see a single player who would be like, nah, I don't want new maps.
Hmm.
I don't see a single player. I think everyone wants new maps, and it's just how it is. Like
Hmm.
that's how what gives Trackmania this extra I don't know, refreshment. I
Yeah.
guess you can say that.
Hmm.
So I think it's on the Deo side really, and I don't think it's on us like being now, I don't know, in this mental state. You have this main map and it's gonna be there
Yeah.
forever.
Hmm.
Like nah, they should never do that. I don't know if they will, but that would be a big yikes in my opinion.
Hmm.
Why would you have the map editor then? Then just
Yeah.
delete the map editor. Like
Only campaign
yeah,
maps, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But tell us, what do you feel for your own goals for this tournament? Because once I asked the players, and now I'm pretty much halfway through the players' field, and once I asked them who can be the guys to win it, your name is suddenly on everybody's lips again. People see that you look really strong. Is that something you feel yourself that you have more confident now, or are people maybe blowing it up too far? What goals do you have, and how confident do you feel personally?
Oh, first of all, I think people name me because of history plus practice.
Hmm.
I think people do see or respect that, I've been on every single LAN,
Hmm.
almost every single LAN. I've been always like far into it. I made so many grand finals in a row historically. Sure, it was all on tech and it's been years ago, but now it's World Cup again. It's been
Yeah.
3 years. And basically, I think I lost the round against Carl Jr. like by like barely,
Yep.
where I didn't qualify
Close.
to
Yeah.
the grand
Yeah.
final. And so yeah, like I could have been in the grand final there, but I didn't. And I look super motivated. I think that's what people think.
Hmm.
And I did practice a lot. I think I've never put in so many hours into this practice.
Hmm.
So that's why I think people choose me. And I personally think that they don't choose me for the win, that's for sure. But I personally think I don't know. I think I can get playoffs. Like I can only lose to myself, basically.
Hmm.
Like it's been like that forever, but it's the cup mode format. That's the full send format. You got the 120 points. It's not like you have 80 points and you need to like save it so you always get good points every round. You can send 3, 4 rounds, and make 2 in a win or
Hmm.
3 in a row in a win. And I think I can do it. It just comes down to getting momentum on Saturday and Sunday
Hmm.
and putting down the practice times because my times are pretty damn good, I think.
If
So yeah.
you're yeah, if you are to look at then the other players, who do you bring up as potential playoffs candidates, maybe even grand finalists?
Mm, well, I made my list, and for me, it's quite clear that Kappa is very far up.
Hmm.
I would put Kappa as finalist, like for sure. Obviously, you have Carl and Pack. That's like the boring picks, right? But that's the obvious picks. Um, I do see though the only guy that I see like being like putting an upset is Pack in terms of a bad upset
Hmm.
because I don't think he has practiced that much. And group stage when people are no lifed, like I'm super no lifed, so I don't know. I can beat him on a good day. But he's Pack after all, so we'll see.
Hmm.
I see Pack having struggles actually, but if Pack makes it through to the group stage, I see him obviously in the grand final because then he has another week to prepare.
Yeah.
And I see Mada go very far. He's looking pretty good. Scrappy has insane times, but Scrappy is like, I don't know. Scrappy is a more hit or miss than me. But he is more like missing only, despite the TMGL things. He did play super sick at TMGL, but I don't know. The qualifier, it was dog shit.
Yep, that was
So
so close, yeah.
yeah, it was very close, and the times were really terrible. Like if you look at the times, I mean, I don't know what times I will do and what the others will do during the World Cup, but the times are really not good. Like not good at all. Like if a Carl Jr. would arrive there, he would win like every round, you know. So the qualifier times were really bad, I think. He did practice a lot more since then though. So I don't know what to expect out of Scrappy. Scrappy is a guy who can actually get to the grand final, but he can also get last. So I don't know. He is like mental, not so strong. And yeah, I see Spam in the playoffs, just because of his experience. It will be a close one for him though. And yeah, I don't really know who else to pick. I think that's already like 6, 7. Papu will get to playoffs, and I think that's my 8 now. 7, 8 people.
Yeah, something like that.
I would count myself in, but then again, I can also just fail and get last. So I don't know. It's hard. But I don't see like I don't see someone like the new guys. The only guy would be like Binks maybe. Soldier has been too shaky in the qualifier. Maybe he can change that. That would be sick for him. I don't know. I don't see really any other guy. I don't know. I don't see anyone else getting to playoffs. That's just my opinion, but we shall see.
You are the only German player in this World Cup, and like I mentioned on Twitter, I think it was 2 days ago, Germany still doesn't have a world champion in this game. But the question is more related to: are Trilux and Big gonna cast you? I probably shouldn't know this, but are they gonna be biased casts?
Yeah.
So you have the German community behind you still.
Yes. Yeah, that's the only thing that is like a bit pressuring more because many people are naming me now. Plus, I'm the only German left. And you know, I'm gonna have this whole German community as the only German. It's getting a bit spicy, you know, for me. But we'll see. I think I can handle it. And yeah, they are my official cast again. They're gonna stick with me, I think, until I don't want to play anymore, or I fall out somehow. That's always a possibility. And yeah, I think they're gonna be with us for a long time. He does enjoy Trackmania a lot. Chilux himself. Also, Felix is playing from time to time. And yeah, I think they're gonna stick with us for a long time. And they're obviously gonna be, I don't know if you know it since you asked like that, but there's gonna be 16 POVs.
Ooh,
16 POV streams. Or should be at least.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna happen, but there's a rule for that at least. And yeah, Trilux is casting for us.
Nice to have someone who actually knows what is going to take place. I need to step up and do my research. But my final question for you is going to be pretty simple. It might be also boring. Who is going to be the world champion of 2021 in Trackmania?
Okay, I'm not gonna be the boring guy. I'm gonna pick Martin Kappa Krompol.
Oh, Martin Krompol, ladies and gentlemen. Hello.
I mean, Carl Jr. would be a boring pick. Pack would be like the obvious second pick from everyone. So I'm gonna go with Kappa just because his times look pretty damn good and he seems to be in shape. You know, he wants it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So I'm looking out for Kappa. But if I had to pick like someone else, Pack instead of Carl, because Carl is everyone picking. Because if Pack makes it, like I said earlier, if Pack makes it through the group stage, this might sound weird because it's Pack and you think he would make it easy. But I think then Pack will realize, oh shit, I have to put in a lot more hours, and then he will be really, really ready next week. And I think then Pack can be a serious threat to Carl. But yeah, all eyes on Carl Jr., of course. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Best of luck to everyone.
Best of luck to everyone, and best of luck to you, and thanks so much for stepping up and doing this interview. I can only wish you the best of luck in this upcoming weekend, and then hopefully also best of luck on July 4th once the playoffs take place in the Trackmania Grand Leagues World Cup. So thanks a lot, Massa.
Thank you as well, man. Thank you as well.